You may not have been number one, but you're one of the numbers that passed through here. It's an astonishing feeling.
Yeah.
It's an astonishing feeling. And with that, we come to my favorite part of the podcast.
God damn, that was a fast hour.
It really was.
Woo-hoo-hoo. It was hot.
Mike,
AJ, I still love you, okay?
thank you.
Gotta let you know that because me and AJ was going at it. All right. So
I'm
it's time
sorry.
for the final word. All right. Now we have known that the final word has always been the hottest part of this podcast that we have because everybody got something to say. Everybody's real passionate about it. So since we're going to start this off, we're going to go from the end to the beginning. So we're going to start with Josh.
That was actually perfect timing, guys. I really couldn't say anything because of where I'm at, but now the place is empty. Can y'all hear me pretty good?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. I have only this to say. First of all, nobody's wrong. Nobody is. I understand all y'all, everybody, vaccinated, unvaccinated, I understand it. I get it. I get fear. I get fear. I get intelligence. I get it all. I'm trans vaccinated, like I told you. I identify as somebody that's vaccinated. So, but on the real tip, I have told, and I told my sister over here today, we went at it earlier today. I want you to think of it like this. Did anybody see the movie The Mist? Anybody see that movie?
I seen it.
AJ, did you see it? And
Yeah.
remember when they were in the supermarket and all the monsters was outside, and nobody had saw the monsters, they just saw the mist. But it was some people that had been outside and saw the monsters that ran inside and was like, hey, it's monsters out there. And the one brother and his team of people was like, we don't believe. So then the white dude was like, hey, what if it's really monsters out there and you're wrong and I'm right? Then the brother looked at him and said, well, I guess I'm gonna die. It ended up being monsters out there and the brother died. But here's what I'm saying about the vaccine. If the people who don't want the vaccine are wrong, we will have a window to correct it. We'll have a window, it will be a small window, but if we're wrong about the vaccine and we're gonna die if we don't get it, we're gonna have time to correct it. But what if we're right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I gotta say about it. What if we're right? What if those that have got the vaccine, what if something really happens to y'all? So my thing is, I don't think it's anything wrong with, just like the PlayStation 5. You don't go right out and get the PlayStation, a new game system when it come out. Am I right, Jay Smooth? You don't go get the new, you wait.
Well, I got mine on the first day.
But you know what I'm saying. You wait.
I know.
You wait and you watch and you see what's going to happen. And then when you're comfortable, so okay, they worked out all the bugs and stuff like this.
Yep.
I'll go get it. And that's all I think a lot of us are doing.
Yep.
But it doesn't make us bad people. And it doesn't make people that are vaccinated bad, terrible people.
Agreed.
I just think it's nothing wrong with stepping back and saying, hey, let's look at this thing. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
I'm not going to be the first one to run out and get a vaccine. But I do believe also it's going to come to the point in time when we're all going to have to get it because they're working or making it mandatory for everybody.
Yep.
But you got to be careful when the government especially comes out with things, and then you be like, man, they said if we don't get this vaccine, we're going to die. Because here's the thing, I don't understand how the government can say that, and then if you die from the complications of the vaccine, they're not taking any responsibility. That's a huge red flag to me.
Super.
They're not going to own what they've done to you. So that's why I say I'm stepping back. I'm going to watch what happens. I'm going to give it a few years and we'll go from there. But I'm not going to run out and do anything that, especially when it's something that permanent. It's something permanent. It's not like a can of mosquito off that you can wipe off. This is going into your bone marrow and your bloodstream. I'm going to be careful with that. That's my whole thing. I'm not saying anybody that's got it is wrong. I'm just saying I'm going to be careful. I care a little bit more about myself, a little bit more than that. Not saying that you all don't, but at the end of the day, if I'm wrong, then I have time to self-correct it. But if I'm right, the damage is already done to who's ever been vaccinated. And that's your ass. So
I'm glad I got my will in place. All right, Brianna.
What's up?
Get your background with your background. I don't know if that's a background in the background or what you got going on. Well, what's your final word?
That is the background. I'm gonna say this. Nothing changed. Like I say, I'm not against it. I just, like you say, I want to sit, I want to wait, I want to see what it do. I want to, for my purposes. I'm not saying, I'm not suicidal. I do wear my mask, but for the most part, the people I'm around, they are vaccine. So, you know what I mean? But what I'm just saying is, just because you got it and I don't push that shit on me. You know what I mean? You grown, you do what's best for you. Like I always tell people, you do what's best for you. Just like you work that job, you do what's best for you. You have all them kids, you do what's best for you. You fuck that man, you do what's best for you, right? And live your life. I love you whether you vaccinated or not. That don't make, you know what I mean? That don't separate us. Everybody just entitled to do what they want because they grown. You do what's best for you. Right now, what's best for me is I'm going to stay safe, like you say. Now I don't have to work, so that takes a little more. That's less stress or pressure because now I'm not at work in a plant with 5,000 people, and then you still got I'm vaccinated, some of them not vaccinated, but we all on top of each other. You know what I mean? I just like I say, my life like I've been living it for 30 years. I'm not saying that COVID not real. It's real. You know what I mean? Do I believe everybody died from COVID? Hell no, because I know people that had diabetes and heart problems. But because you walked in that hospital during a pandemic, that's what you died from. Okay. I can't, we like you say, can't go in there and change the chart and tell you that you're wrong. That's what you document. That's what you put down. That's what we say, that you died from COVID. Okay. I'm just saying, do what's best for you. You ain't gotta pursue it on nobody. You do your own research. One thing, you stay safe for your living. Before it came and when it's gone, whenever we get through it, you know what I mean? It's just what it is. Only you're not living in no bubble. You just gotta be smart about it. I didn't say walk around and be done like these kids and do all of that. You just do. I don't. This make me different.
Hey, Brianna, you breaking up.
Yeah, you breaking up.
Am I?
Yeah. Okay, hear you now.
Okay. I don't know why it might be the area I'm in. I don't know. But I'm just saying, everybody do what's best for them. I'm not against it. I just said, like, right now, no, I'm not going to put it in my body with my baby. So I'm really got to be safe. I'm on my vitamins. I do my stuff. And like I say, for the most part, I ain't really been going nowhere because of my pregnant, being high risk. So now I'm limited to who I'm around. For real, and what I'm doing anyway. But my mama and them got the shots, and a couple of my friends. I don't do nothing. I just say I'm gonna wait it out. I just want to wait it out. And so far for the year and a half we've been in it, I've been okay. I've been safe. Like I said, I could have had it and my body fought it. It didn't take me down because my immune system is right. That make me less of a person because you got it and I don't? No, I'm still human. I'm still here. I just do what's best for you. That's all.
Okay. All right. Brittany. Like she doing laundry.
Now right here.
She doing Texas Toast.
She's doing TikTok
Yeah.
challenges on another phone. All right,
Whatever.
Brittany.
No, I wasn't.
Brittany.
I wasn't.
All right, it's all on you. Dang, she froze.
Right as soon as she was great.
Right when she was about to say something, she froze. I
You
wonder
wanna
if she
go
gonna.
somebody else?
So with
Oh, there she go.
the vex, if you're able to, it's thunderstorming over here. Let me try and turn off my Wi-Fi. Hopefully this works. Wait, am I still coming through good or no?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
you
can.
coming through.
Okay. So with the vaccination, I think that if you're able to get it, I think you should get it. You know, I know some people, they aren't able because they have like chronic illness or cancer, diabetes, immunocompromised. Like some people that don't, they probably don't even take a flu shot and stuff too. So like some people they don't even believe in vaccinations. Like, oh, it might cause my kid to have autism. They might be like on the spectrum or some type of some other type of illness.
Well, y'all breaking
No
them
longer
bad.
with that. And some people don't
Whoa.
even like. Is it better? Worse?
Better,
About the same?
better.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, some people they don't even believe in taking like any type of medication, like anything, whether it's like some people believe in taking herbal remedies rather than stuff that the pharmacy would get them. So I don't think it's anything wrong with anyone's opinions, because at the end of the day, it's your life. Just as long as you take the proper precautions and make sure you just, at minimum wear a mask, just to protect yourself and everyone else. Stay your distance. Everything. Give me 6 feet. So it's just those things. I'm vaccinated. I got vaccinated because I want to see my grandma. Like she's old. I don't want to get her sick. I would have something on my conscience if I got her sick. So I even when I went to the grocery store, I wore my mask. I treat it like, everybody out here probably got it. So I don't want to get it and bring it home and give it to my loved ones. So whether I don't agree with the stuff that they put in the media, getting everyone that's political, religious, I don't think it should be forced like that and just thrown down our throats. Like, go get it. Like some of that shit is just to the extreme. Like, no, I don't like these extreme measures that they're using. And especially like in the workforce, like if you don't get it, we're gonna have to tax you, we're gonna take your money away. We're gonna, like Delta Airlines, they trying to upcharge their health insurance $200 if they not vaccinated. So it's just like certain shit that I'm not cool with. Like the kids going to school, I think that's too soon because they're not even able to get vaccinated. Like, people under 12, that's a whole that's our future. So, I just protect the innocent. Like, if you're able to get it, just get it. That's just me.
Okay. All right. AJ.
All right, I'm gonna go fast because I talked a long time twice. So I'm gonna just say I agree with a lot of what Brittany said when we could hear her. And I do think that everybody should have their own choice, but if you don't get vaccinated, be smart about it. It's a pandemic, whether you believe it or not, people are dying. Maybe they dying of COVID, maybe they dying of something else, but nobody's saying be scared, but be cautious. You know what I mean? Be aware that it's some shit going on out here that's really out of our control. And just for our listeners, and they're gonna go whatever way they want to go, but just understand that over 500,000 people are dead. And a lot of those people didn't have a choice, whether they vaccinated or not. It wasn't an option. It wasn't on the table. And now that it is on the table, if you can get it and save yourself, possibly, if you could possibly save yourself, because some people don't believe in it, maybe that is not true. But if it's a chance that you can leave your family and never come back, and there's another chance that you could possibly not leave your family and be there for them, then I think that's worth trying. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people are dead of COVID. Some people died after they got the vaccine, but 500,000 are not dead. 1,000 are not dead. You know what I mean? In the US. So weigh your risk. Every medication have warning signs on it. Every medication. All of us been vaccinated if we've been to public schools, period. So just weigh that shit out, you know, do what you want to do, but be safe. And if any of my family members is listening to this, if you're not vaccinated and you out here not wearing masks and going to parties and doing all kind of shit, don't come over. Please, I love y'all, but I got a baby here. I love her. I love my family. Don't bring that shit here. Unvaccinated and doing whatever the fuck you want. Period. And that's it.
Ooh, that was a PSA. I think that was pointed to somebody close. So, you, what you got, man?
I'm gonna just keep it short. I believe AJ, you, Brianna, and Brittany all have points that I took from this. At the end of the day, whether you believe it or not, you should at least be safe. So if you're, I don't have a problem with wearing the mask. I don't have a problem with washing my hands extra, doing the things that they say that kind of helps you not be in that category. I can do that. I don't have a problem with that. But again, like I said, at this stage, I just want to sit back and see the science work the kinks out. Josh probably said it best. It's like if you get something brand new, there are kinks to work out. And little by little, they work out the kinks, they fix it, they correct it, they streamline it and get it ready for the masses. Now, as we go on, they're constantly working on it. They're constantly trying to improve it. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. Once you get it together and get it right, okay, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But right now, we're still to me, we're kind of still in the test phase because they're only just now starting to think proactive instead of reactive. You know what I mean by that is, okay, you came out with the first vaccine, you came out with the second vaccine, and now we find out there are variants that these vaccines did not cover or did not even think about to address. So now as time goes forward, they're going to be thinking of that. Hey, we got to cover for the contingency plans, you know, and that's what technology does. It advances, it improves itself, it corrects itself. So I have no problem with, you know, being safe, but at the same time, sitting back and waiting for the kinks to get worked out. Like I believe, like Josh said, if you be safe, you do what you need to do to protect yourself, wear your mask, that type of stuff, do the 6 feet stuff, you'll have time to take the vaccine, you know, once it gets all corrected, once they figure out the formula to make it right where we're dealing with all these extra new variables, whether it's the Delta version or the new version they're talking about, all of that type of stuff. But my only objection is, I agree with Brittany, how they're going about doing it, how they're getting the message out. It's over the top. It's over the top. So to end that, I would just say, at the end of the day, just be safe. And if you do have the vaccine, great. If you don't have the vaccine, be extra safe, more safe than the person that does have the vaccine, and watch and pay attention. Watch and pay attention. Don't just be a follower, you know, follow up the stuff yourself. Look and see where things are happening. And then as time go on, I think, like he said, I believe at the end of the day, we're all going to wind up getting it anyway. I don't think it's going to be a choice. If they're making passports with that on it, that kind of gives you an idea where the future is. Just some states just ain't jumped on the gun yet. I believe eventually they're going to have us all have it. I'm hoping by the time it gets to that, they've worked out all the kinks and this will be an issue in the past. That's it for me.
Wow. Y'all gave a lot, man. Like y'all gave a lot. I don't even know if I should say anything. I don't think I should say nothing. I think y'all said it all for me. Man. Nah, I can't leave out on that note. That ain't fair. That ain't fair. I don't say nothing. All right, my turn. Okay. Again, AJ, I love you. So I gotta say, I am vaccinated. And I have my reasons for getting it. I have my reasons for getting it. I feel like I'm not gonna say that COVID is not real. I'm not gonna say that. I do believe the variants are definitely fairy tales in the making. I definitely believe that there's propaganda here that is being spewed out to create fear and stir up a lot of madness amongst the populace. And if you look at, let's go back to when George W. Bush was in office, and they were pushing the propaganda about insurgents and everything. Like, you couldn't turn on the news without seeing something about insurgents. You couldn't turn on the news without hearing something about a bombing or about a war, and they constantly kept force feeding us that over and over and over and over and over again. That came after 9/11. They kept giving it to us and giving it to us and giving it to us. Now, was it all true? There's a possibility they were showing footage and everything. I'm not going to say it wasn't true. I'm not going to say anything like that. But if you look at how they tried to instill fear in a lot of people, they made sure that it was 24/7, all day, every day. Anytime they want to instill fear, once there's a coming, they come in with something new and instill more fear. More fear, another bomb. It's always something with fear. Like when the school shootings. 1 week it was this school shooting. There was a commie. Another school shooting. There's a commie. It's another school. And they just kept feeding it over and over and over again. It's the same thing with the vaccine. Just when you think that there's a commie, there's a down moment, they feed you with something else. They feed you with higher numbers. They feed you with a new variant. Over and over and over and over and over again. I'm not going to say the initial COVID virus is not real. I'm not going to say that. But I believe all these additional variants that have occurred is basically just propaganda being pushed consistently over and over again to keep instill the fear and the mix up amongst America. That's my take on it. That's how I would look at it. Because every time you turn around, since January, I'm about to say, but January, February, March, when we first found out about COVID. Then they came out the vaccine. Then they came out, you got to carry the card. It was this variant. Then it was this variant. Then it was that variant. It's evolving, and it's constantly being pushed all the time about the vaccination and the doctors that's talking about the vaccination and what's going on in the hospitals and this and that. They're not trying to create any kind of civilized safety net or confidence in the government that they're able to handle it with much propaganda to keep pushing about this vaccination with a virus. And they're pushing the vaccine and they're using a lot of people to go, hey, we want you to promote it to your people. We want you to promote it to your people. We want you to promote it to your people. To get people to get people into the vaccine. Now, AJ, I do agree with you. Actually, I agree with, I went black. I was black for a minute. I agree with everybody. Everybody had very unique points. You had good points. Josh, you had a good point. Everybody had good points. But at the end of the day, whether we can prove it or not, we still going based on what somebody else is saying. We can't prove it. We can't discourage it. We can't do anything. The only thing that this is going to do is either we're going to ride along with it or we're not. There's only two paths in the fork in the road. You got some that's vaccinated and some that's not. Those that want to take the chance, other ones that didn't. Whatever the end result is going to be, the only thing that I can hope for is that within the next 10 years, tell the next 5 years that we have bypassed this and we can live normally, maybe not like how we did 3 years ago, but at least on some level, we're all comfortable and safe. And we could be around each other without worrying about who's vaccinated, who's not vaccinated. Do you got your vaccination card? And any of that. I just hope that we can get back to that level so we can all just kind of chill in the same room and be okay. We ain't got to fly to another country and quarantine for 14 days. 10 days if you vaccinated, or 3 days if you vaccinated, 10 days if you're not, or whatever. That's a lot. If I want to go rent a car, I got to worry about who the hell was in it before. If I sit on a bus, I got to worry about who sat there before. You know, when I walk into the store, I got to think about, hey, am I going to wear a mask? Am I not going to wear a mask? Who didn't touch this goddamn handle? Do I want to touch this handle? Oh, I got to keep sanitizing the car. I ain't got no sanitizer in the car. I can't touch myself. Oh, now I got to go sanitize my whole car. Now I got to sanitize my house. Do I got to sanitize my food? I mean, it's a lot, bro. Like, it is a lot to have to think about and to consider when you're walking around the house, when you're walking in the stores, when you're doing anything. There is a lot to think about with this shit. And I just hope in 5 years we are so far away from this where we're just comfortable. Motherfuckers are bleaching their food. Why are you bleaching your peaches? That peach don't need to be bleached. It makes no sense. You talking about, I don't know if I should have a chips. I gotta sanitize my chips. The chips in the bag. It's been in the bag. Well, they could have cost in the bag. We don't buy the goddamn chips. What you buy your chips for? Like, goddamn. You trying to go look at a new car. It's plastic all over the damn car. Whoever they called through it when they had it. All up, I gotta sanitize when I get home. Now I gotta sanitize my hotel room. I can't go to my hotel room. I gotta sanitize the sheets and shit. Matter of fact, fuck, I'm gonna bring my own damn sheets to the hotel. God damn, why even go to the damn hotel room? I mean, shit's gonna be to the point where shit, sleeping on the street, you gotta sanitize the spot on the street. You're homeless. Hey, like, I gotta sanitize this concrete because it may get COVID on it. God damn. Like, you become that damn paranoid. We're that paranoid now. We are that paranoid. This shit is fucking mind blowing, bro. Like, we're that paranoid. I get out, I go in the store, I don't touch shit. I come back out, I still get some sanitizer. That's paranoia. That's paranoia. I look at my handle like, dang, I wanted somebody to touch my handle before I touched it. Dog, that is paranoia. Look, I'm in my car sanitizing my wheel because I touched the door. Do you know how paranoid that is? That is what propaganda does to you. It makes you so fucking paranoid over some shit. It's crazy. That's like people like, oh, the second coming is coming in the next few years, and they sitting here just repenting like a motherfucker and don't know shit happened. You just sitting there looking like, well, I thought it was coming. All right. I think I just said enough. This has been Skip the Formalities. I am your host, John J. We got Josh, we got Brianna, we got Mr. Yule, we got Brittany, and we got Ms. AJ. We are signing off, man. This has been a very enjoyable moment. So I just hope everybody is out there safe. For AJ family, I believe she ain't playing. Get y'all shit together.